Hey guys, Didi here. How are we all doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing alright, but I'm kind of struggling at the moment with my houseplants. Oh my lord, all the bugs are in my house at the moment, and it's driving me insane. I had issues with fungus gnats and then thrips, and if anyone has dealt with thrips, oh my god, like it really aggravates me. I hate thrips. I actually, like, now I can say it, I hate them. They are one of the most difficult pests to get rid of, and it seems like they keep coming back to the same plants that they've done. Like, I've got rid of them and then they just keep coming back, and I'm like, how do you keep coming back? I've literally done everything that I can. So now I have 2 plants that are in isolation outside, and I'm really hoping that the cold's gonna like kill the thrips, because I'm like running out of ways to try and control them. So if you guys have any tips for the thrips, that sounds so funny, but please let me know in the comments down below. It's like the changing of seasons, which is why they're all, you know, being active and annoying at the moment. But oh my god, I'm just like, I've kind of had enough, if you know what I mean. I'm like, please just go away and die in the cold, which kind of sounds mean, but like, you know, go annoy the outside plants. Like, leave my indoor plants alone. But anyway, I've ranted on enough about that. So I'm here with a kind of Scindapsus Pothos care guide video, and I'm just going to share some of the tips that I've kind of learned and, you know, that have helped me kind of grow these guys. So let's get into it. We are going to be talking about the Scindapsus pictus. So this is the one that I have. There are a couple of varieties of this. There is the Scindapsus trubii Moonlight. I will insert a picture so you guys know what it looks like. And then there's one really similar to this, which is the Scindapsus silvery Ann. I'm not sure what the scientific names are, but it's basically like this, but it's a lot more silvery. And these guys are really popular houseplants, so you can probably get these everywhere. I'm sure a lot of you already have this. And I'm sorry, the lighting is going funny again, because the weather today apparently hates me. So it's like cloudy and then it's sunny and then it's cloudy again, and right now I just look a bit strange, but you know, whatever. So yeah, that's the Scindapsus, and then we have the Pothos. So this is the golden Pothos, which, you know, I think if you know anything about houseplants, everyone has one of these. You've seen them everywhere. And then I also have a Mandula or Happy Leaf Pothos, and that's what this one looks like. And oh, I love this. So yeah, these are all part of the, I don't even know if I can pronounce this, the Araceae family. So they are similar. So these guys are like related, but they're not related. Like, they're related, but they're not the same, if that makes sense. And I think the difference is the amount of seeds that they produce, which is why this is like an epiprinum and this is a Scindapsus, but I'm not really sure. Alright, so let's talk about lighting for these guys. These guys like bright indirect sunlight. So I do put these guys in afternoon sunlight and morning sunlight, only for a couple of hours, and only if it's not like, you know, blazing hot sun. So these guys do, for me, they sit in a southwest facing window, but I do have like a sheer curtain. Obviously now we're going into like autumn, winter, well, we are in autumn. But you know, we're going into like the winter months where the sun isn't as strong, so I don't mind just leaving the curtain open and allowing the sun to, you know, hit all of my plants, because I know it won't burn them. But, you know, don't just be going plop and leave these where the sun can directly, you know, attack them, I guess you could say, because it will burn the foliage and they'll turn brown, and, you know, then that'll be sad. So, you know, don't do that. But if you do have like a Pothos, so like this golden Pothos, these guys do really well in low light as well. And when I say low light, that doesn't mean no light, because if there's no light, they will die. But low light, these guys do really, really well. But I will say, if you do have something like a golden Pothos or what's the other one? I'm trying to think. The Marble Queen. If you have like the Marble Queen Pothos, just bear in mind, if you put it in a low light situation, that they may start to revert. So this isn't a reversion, this is just how the plant is growing. It's just giving me green leaves. But it may start reverting to green leaves, and it may start losing its variegation. So, you know, if you want this variegation and you want all those lovely colours, definitely try and keep it somewhere where there's a lot of light. However, if you do have something like the Mandula / Happy Leaf Pothos, then this definitely requires bright and direct light. You cannot put this in a low light situation because it's got a lot of white in its leaves, and because of that it doesn't produce the chlorophyll. Oh my god, I'm getting blinded by the sun. So yeah, you know, the heavy lifting has to be done by these green leaves, so it definitely requires a lot more light. So these guys are really simple to water. You just want to water them thoroughly. I bottom water. Oh my god. Okay, really? It's right in my eyeballs. I bottom water these guys, but you know, you can top water as well. It's just your preference. But make sure that you know, wet it thoroughly, but not soaking wet. So you want to give it, you know, a nice little drink, but not so much where the soil is like sopping wet, because you know that will create root rot and we don't want that. So, you know, just a little once through, let the water go through and then just leave it. Obviously water less in like the autumn winter because, you know, there's not as much sun unless you're in somewhere like California where it's always nice weather. But if you're somewhere in Europe where I am and it gets cold, you don't need to water your plants as much in the autumn and winter. Let these guys dry out between waterings. They really like to dry out. I have a moisture meter. I like stick it around all around the soil to get like an average, and I wait until it says about 2 on the dryness bit. Let me get it for you. I'm not even sure if you guys can see this. It's focusing on my face. But yeah, so it's got numbers. When it says, is it down this side, like number 2 on the dryness scale, that's when I'll give them a nice good drink. And yeah, that's watering. Really simple. Alright, so soil. You can really use any... Excuse me, what is going on with my voice? Excuse me, again. Oh my god, it's getting stuck everywhere. Okay, yeah, so these guys, all 3 of these guys that I have are in a plain cocoa core mix, but you can just use... Actually, no, that's a lie, because I do have... I don't actually know. I've got these, some of my cuttings that are actually in another pot, but I have no idea where they are. Those I have in like a well-aerated soil mix, so it's just normal kind of multi-purpose compost, and I've just added extra perlite and a bit of pumice to make it quite airy. Seems to be doing really well in that. But it's really up to your preference. If you have cocoa core available, if you want to do that, or if you want to use potting soil, it's really up to you. But you can also just put these in a vase with water and they will thrive. They are, I think these guys, well, I'm not sure about the Scindapsus, but I know that the Pothos is an aquatic plant, so you can actually put these in like fish tanks and stuff and they'll do really well. So if that's what the route you want to go, you can go that way. These are getting tangled and everything. Seriously, oh my god. So yeah, that's soil. So these guys like to be warm. I mean, not like extra warm, but you know, if you're comfortable in your home, your plants will be comfortable in your home. So you don't want these guys to get below maybe like 15 degrees, which is, I don't know Fahrenheit. I think it could be like 50, 58 Fahrenheit, something like that. You guys, in America, I don't do Fahrenheit, so I have no idea. But I think it's like 58, don't let it get below 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that even correct? Maybe, I don't know. If it's not, you'll see in it above my head. And humidity, they like humidity. If you give them high humidity, you will definitely get a lot bigger leaves, but they'll do well in any like normal humidity. You don't have to go the extra mile. I missed mine, so I do give them like a nice little spritz, maybe, you know, 3-4 times a week, and they seem to really like it. If you miss them every once in a while, they'll be happy, but it's absolutely not necessary. You can just leave them and they'll be completely okay in normal humidity. So I gave this guy a haircut recently because the tendrils were like all the way to the floor and it was just it was getting a bit just out of control. So I literally just snip them all off, and I mean, it's growing again. I thought that was dying. But yeah, it's giving me like a bunch of new leaves already, and I'm like, dude, can you like stop growing? We're going into autumn and winter, like calm down a little bit, calm down. Because I have a feeling in the next couple of months I'm probably gonna have to snip it again. And with those cuttings, you can actually propagate them as long as you have like a node. If I can untangle these guys because they like to get tangled, what the hell? Okay, nope. We'll just go on to this side. So if you have like nodes, like these bits, or like this, that's a like really big node. I don't even know if it's focusing, but if it is, there you go. You just cut it off at like an angle there, stick them in water, and then you can propagate new babies and stick them back in here to make a fuller plant. So yeah, the usual suspects that can attack these guys is like mealybugs, spider mites, aphids, things like that. Again, I haven't experienced that, but you know, they should be pretty easy to get rid of unless you have thrips, which, as you heard my rant at the beginning of the video, I hate them. Hardest ones to get rid of, so you know, cross your fingers that you don't get them. And then lastly, these guys are toxic. So they are toxic to animals and children, or us humans, if they are ingested. Alright guys, so that was my Scindapsus pothos care video. I hope it's helpful to any of you guys that have these plants. If I've missed anything or I've said anything wrong, let me know in the comments down below. And I will catch you guys soon with another one. Bye!